Hello and welcome back to another out of spec detailing video here from Adams Polishes headquarters in Thornton, Colorado. My friend Joe came in here on a weekend to take us on a full tour of Adams headquarters. We're going to talk through all their different product line, show you a lot of behind the scenes stuff within the headquarters here. These guys have been awesome. I've known Joe, I've known Adam Patali for quite literally years when I first started my detailing business, and it's awesome to have Joe here and talk about how much Adams Polishes has changed. So welcome back, let's jump into it. Well guys, I'm inside Adams Polishes, basically retail store with my friend Joe. Joe, I've known you for, gosh, how long now? 15 years maybe?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it sounds about right.
So you've been with Adams for almost since the beginning, or pretty close to, right?
Not quite the beginning. I would almost give it like probably halfway through how old Adams Polishes is.
Okay.
Because Adams started it in the year 2000. So, and that was in Southern California.
Right,
and then,
sure.
He started very bare bones, like selling his product. He was hand labeling things with Avery labels, if anyone knows what that is. But he was selling it at a flea market, essentially, in Southern California. And then migrated to Colorado. I think that was around 2005, 2006, and moved to Boulder. And then he moved another location to a town called Louisville in Colorado. That's where we met.
Yep, exactly.
He had just moved into that warehouse, and then we outgrew that place. And so then in 2017, we moved to this current location, which we're just off I-25 and 84th Avenue. So pretty easy to see from the highway, but now we're getting time where we need to move again. So
really, yeah. It's been really cool to see, since knowing you, watching Adams kind of explode, if you will, through all the different products and just like gaining employees and employees and employees. I feel like when I met you, there was like 10 to 15 people working for Adams at the time, and now, I'm assuming a couple hundred.
Yeah, we have about 150 employees now. Yeah, and that's, we've been pretty fortunate with, I think the car care as an industry has like grown a lot in the last few years, a testament to people like you that are on YouTube and talking about car care. I think once people understand the routine, they are more willing to do it at their house, so
sure.
It just has brought in, and I think too, like the DIY market in general has gotten bigger. So,
yeah.
And that's like our main focus is the guy in his driveway. And so, yeah, we just feel very fortunate to move with the industry, I guess you could say. And it's just been quite the journey. I think if I was Adam standing here, he would give you a way crazier perspective.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
But I've been able to see it from at least when I've started to now, and I've been around Adam enough where you can really feel he's very grateful about not only our customers, but just the way that car care has shifted, and how people care for their cars. So.
Absolutely. It's been really a dream story, I think, for Adam, starting off where he did, building up a company like this. Love to reach out to him, of course. I know Adam. I've been friends with him for years, but would be awesome to get him on camera and run through the whole Adam story. So with Adams now, what is your responsibility with the company?
I'm the head of education here. So.
Okay.
You'll see me a lot on YouTube. Like,
yep.
We kind of live in the same neighborhood, I guess you could say. But a lot on education for video, but also in-person training. So sometimes I'll do live events, live detail clinics, but also creating educational material like 4x6 postcards that we have available at our events and things like that. I work pretty closely. When we do big events like SEMA, I'm also involved in R&D a little bit, and then just kind of marketing as a whole. So
yep.
I, as an employee, when I first started here, my background was videography. I came out of film school.
Sure.
So I was behind the camera filming Adam, teaching everything, and I essentially got, a master class for 8 years of this is how it all works, because I would have to listen to him tell me the process and the product. And then I'd have to edit it once as a rough cut. So I'd hear it a second time, then I'd have to finalize it on a third one.
Yep.
So it's like, it's just been kind of ingrained in me now. So, but yeah, I think it's, with my role, I started as videography, then I shifted into photography, like more professional style photography. And then graphic design, working with labels, because we do a whole like limited thing. And that's partially why you're kind of here anyways.
Exactly. We'll talk about that later on in the video.
But now just education, like, you know, I think we're kind of more approaching it like problem solution. Like, what, you know, what's the problem you have? I have swirl marks. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how to solve that.
Exactly. And you can find Joe all over the Adams Polishes YouTube page teaching a lot of the same things, more focusedly, of course, on Adams Polishes products, on how to do, you know, whatever it is to your car. So this is kind of the basic area where people can come in and actually purchase products, which I think is really awesome to have here in Colorado, because there's no spaces like this here. Like when I order products, I'm either coming here to get a few supplies or I'm having to order them online. So this is nice that you have this here. And you also have a few other retail stores as well in Arizona and California, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Scottsdale, kind of North Scottsdale, you know, very conveniently located near Westworld, which is where they hold the big Barrett-Jackson auction. And then we have another one in Anaheim, which is hopefully they don't get after you on your video, but close to Disneyland.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's about, I want to say it's roughly like 5 minutes from Disneyland. So in Anaheim, pretty cool location. I mean, you know, Anthony, who runs that store in Anaheim, does a great job. And their showroom is beautiful. Like they really take care of it. They even do a little bit of detailing out of there.
Oh, cool.
And then Alex, who runs the Arizona store in Scottsdale, she does an amazing job too. And just, again, like the space just is beautiful. So we do a lot of like, we have something called the Shine Academy, which is more targeted to professional detailers. They get into, you know, ceramic coating, polishing, even a little bit of sanding.
Cool.
You we get a car in, they do the whole thing with like a 10 to 12 person class. So we hold those Shine Academies at all our different locations, and then hold live events. You know, I think coming up here in the next few weeks, Adam will be in Anaheim in person, like, just come and I'm going to teach you the basics kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Adam's been awesome at, you know, I learned a lot from Adam as well when I started my detailing business, when I started to know you. And I really started my detailing business with a lot of Adams Polishes products. I think it bridges this really cool gap of it's very DIY friendly, but it can also be positioned to be used in a professional sense as well. There are quite a few chemicals, I'm just looking around here, that I have sitting in my shop. And honestly, I mean, you say the other showrooms are beautiful. This is a great facility. Normally have, you know, I think last time I was in here, a nice Aston Martin sitting in here. You get some pretty cool stuff working with the dealerships here, but I love how this is laid out. You guys can literally just stop by. This is open Monday through Saturday. Check the hours on the website. You can come pick up products here. It's absolutely awesome. I mean, you have all the ceramic coating line over here. Adams has really expanded the line and depth of products throughout there. I mean, I remember the biggest product back in my day was detail spray.
Yeah.
That was like the stuff out there.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, it still holds its weight, that's for sure. But, you know, as processes and technology changes in car care, you know, I think we want to try to be the leader in like, hey, this is, you know, ceramic coating. Like, obviously ceramic coating has been around for a long time, mainly in the professional market, but I think we're willing to take the chance to be like, everybody can do this, you know, and then, you know, taking ceramic coatings that might be a little bit more difficult to apply, and then, you know, making them less concentrated so you can spray them and be a little bit more versatile with the spray. You know, I think going through that R&D process to make sure that not only professionals like you get good results, but also the people at home are like not fighting against
and aren't afraid of it too, because I think a lot of people are afraid of, you know, ceramic coatings. We could do a 3-hour-long video just nerding out on ceramic coatings and all that fun stuff. I remember back in the day when Adam called me and he's like, hey, we have these, you know, he started seeing me working with ceramic coatings. I started telling him more about them, and then you guys started developing it. I was testing some of the products in early, you know, ceramic coating days of Adams, and it's cool to see like a full new line of products here that, yeah, I've tested a lot of these and been very impressed with. I have some upcoming videos on, I'm going to be testing all of these different coatings on my Kia EV6, and it's going to be a long-term review test of them. This is absolutely awesome. What I would also like to show the guys, Joe, and all of the viewers here is this isn't like the whole area. This building is massive. So can we run into the back? And I just want to show through how big this company's actually gotten now.
Of course. And this is our headquarters. So, obviously the eyesore of a working warehouse you don't want to see when you first walk in. So, we have the retail showroom where you can purchase products, but once you exit behind the wall, I always say it's like, reminds me of Hollywood. It's like, that's like a movie set in there, and this is like reality back here,
It's so cool to see this. And I'm looking over here. I want to go to the left on this side. I remember the days of when, at the old Louisville location, it was basically like this line here.
Yeah.
And when you would come in to purchase products, you would just walk in here and you'd start picking stuff off the shelves. It's insane how much this has grown. And as you can see behind Joe there, it just goes on for rows and rows and rows.
And pretty much like each row serves like its own purpose. Like this row specifically is fulfillment for our website.
Okay.
So if you order from adamspolishes.com, a pick sheet gets printed in the back. Then usually you have worker bees in here all the time, and our warehouse staff is amazing. They work so hard for us. Like, we're very grateful for them. But anyways, you can see like a lot of the orders are already staged down this middle flow rack right here. So then by the time it gets closer to us here, then they're boxing them in all of these, printing them on labels, and then usually there's a pallet right here that they stack. And roughly, probably depends on when we have a sale or busy time, but we'll put out 6 to 10 pallets like every day. And
that's crazy.
They put it into an empty FedEx trailer, and then I think it's like probably every weeknight, so Monday through Friday, a FedEx truck brings an empty trailer, drops it off, and then they take the one full of orders and take it to the FedEx hub.
So many logistics that I don't think I even truly appreciate. This is a huge business now, genuinely a huge business. Do you roughly know how many SKUs you guys have? It's got to be in the 100 plus now.
I think it's upwards of 200 plus.
Insane.
Yeah, and I think, listen, if you're a kind of person that works in the direct-to-consumer business, like having a website selling products, like, we could easily wipe out probably 30% of our products, but they hold so much weight online with SEO and marketing that you really can't wipe them out. But we kind of make our marketing plans based on like, hey, if this is starting to slow down, let's market it, talk about it, educate people about it, and then it will start to pick up again. So just kind of it's like surfing, you get big waves, you get small waves. Sometimes the swell is big, sometimes it's not. And, it's up to us to go find the right place to really get through products. But
everything back here is, you guys bottle everything here?
Almost everything.
Wow.
So, like I said, we're off like 84th and I-25. We're about 12 minutes north of downtown Denver. If you go another kind of 10 minutes northeast of here, our chemical manufacturer named B&B Blending, we sit under the same roof. We're owned by the same company. They produce everything in these totes. So, they're working tirelessly over there. Again, another group of people that just we're so thankful
They're
for.
awesome over there.
Yeah.
And I got to give a huge shout out to Nate. I know Nate's laid up a little bit right now. He's gone for about a month or so. So shout out to Nate.
Yeah.
I have told him I need to come do a tour over there pretty shortly, because I think this is all extremely cool to see, but I think a lot of viewers would be interested to see how different products are formulated. But how big are these actual tubs here? These are nuts.
They're pretty big. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a specific number of gallons that it comes in, but
insane.
It's quite a bit. And, so essentially during the weekday, they do a little bit on the weekend, but they hand fill most of all this stuff, and then it comes onto these tables. So, unbottled, this would be our wheel and tire cleaner. And so hand filled right out of that spout right there.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, that's really cool. I want to run around and look at that. That's so neat.
So this is kind of, a little bit, I can't do it because I'll screw something up for sure, but they're hand bottling like this, and then once it's full, then they tilt another one on, and then they set this here. And then once the table's full, they shut this off, they'll push it over. We have automatic labelers. So they'll run the bottles through the automatic labeler, and then, yeah, then pretty much goes into the red crates. And, you know, probably 5 years ago, we were putting them in cardboard boxes.
Yep.
But the recycling company could not keep up with us. Like,
I can't
it was
even
just
imagine.
like over and over. So we said, why don't we try doing milk crates? And so now essentially put the backstock in there. Once we get through it, they just bring empty crates over here, and then it just recycles. And the cool thing too is, you know, we'll even run a promotion where you can get a mystery crate. So we'll send that crate out for garage storage, but you know, it will come with mystery products. Or
that's so cool.
So kind of a unique thing. And
you guys do some awesome promotional sales. I know coming up here, uh-oh, careful, Joe. Coming up here, you're doing, I believe, like a Halloween fall launch, and that's why my car was here. We'll talk a little bit about that. I do want to show it before we head out here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. And you guys have really created this kind of niche of, like, I know people literally are collecting these bottles and selling them as sets on eBay and things like that, which is just insane.
Yeah, I think, you know, with just kind of collector culture in general, you know, like collector cards, like baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, Hot Wheels is another one. Just, you know, kind of memorabilia type stuff. We were like, I don't know, let's just try it. And that was the first year I started here. We tried, it was pumpkin spice. Just,
I remember it.
Yeah, it was just like a total, this is not the best idea, but like, let's see where it goes. And essentially that was the beginning to the end, or to the never the end, because now we do limited editions pretty much for every season and like every major holiday. So like Christmas, 4th of July,
Yep.
All that stuff. And so, yeah, we're always trying to do something unique, and each bottle changes. But yeah, you have people that, you know, they have like a collection and they're selling it on eBay. I mean, I think we've even seen a single bottle, like a low run. Like we did, when we hit 100,000 followers on Instagram, we did a 100K Adams Polishes detail spray, and we only did 100 of them. And so I think you can look on eBay, but I think we saw at one point it was $900 was the going rate. So,
No way.
you know, you never know.
That's
I mean,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool to see, like, the subculture. I mean, just look at this is all ceramic coatings here. Look at the amount of bottles. This is just like my heaven right here. I just want to coat the entire world in this. But then you move over to something like this, and you can really tell the breadth of different products that Adams produces. I mean, literally start to finish, from washing your vehicle, all the tools to wash your vehicle, all the products to polish, compound, do glass interior, everything Adams carries. So I think it's really a cool company to just play around with products. And like I said, I've been using it for years and years and years.
Yeah. And I think for us, you know, like I said, we could probably, well, I'll just say this. Myself, I probably use not even 10 products in my like detailing routine for my own cars. But the thing about it is everyone kind of they all have their own detailing footprint. Like, everybody wants either really easy, or other people like are very meticulous. So, you know, you have products like Rinse Aid, which is just like put it on a foam cannon and spray it on your car and it becomes hydrophobic instantly. You know, like very easy, very simple. But then you have people on the other side that are like, I'm going to fully 2 to 3 step my car and put the 9-year ceramic coating on and like get really crazy with it. And so we can't just be like, everyone should do this. It's just not realistic. And it also, it wouldn't be good of us from our side to force people into something that they don't want to do.
Sure.
You know, so we really like monitor the response to products and like really listen to our customers through YouTube, through reviews, through phone calls. And it's like, oh, people really are like wanting this thing over here. Let's try to come up with something for that, you know? So that's why our SKU list grows so much, because, you know, you might, like, you're a great example. You might use 5 of Adams products. You might have this guy over here that used 20 of them, but just like I said, everyone kind of has their own thumbprint as far as how they go through the process. And we want to make sure we provide from the beginning to the end for everybody, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's really cool because like a lot of the real professional companies, I would say, like that are more tailored to the folks like me who detail professionally, you know, they'll have maybe 20 SKUs of products and they don't get into each little niche. I think it's really nice that you have kind of a product for everybody here, and, you know, really can help anybody, whether from DIY to professional. Like I said, I've been playing with a lot of your coatings lately. I've been very impressed with them. So lots of more products that I need to test. I mean, the tricky thing in this industry is there's been an explosion of not only companies out there, but different products out there that it's hard for me to test on one specific car. So that's why, like on my EV6, I'm going to be putting, I think, 10 to 12 different ceramic coatings on it and doing this long-term test. There's going to be a lot more of that stuff on this channel. But yeah, this place, Joe, has, I mean,
crazy. So
it's so wild.
This isn't the most pretty thing, but this operation is pretty cool because we sell through Amazon. So
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so there's kind of like two versions of Amazon. There's a fulfilled by merchant, which would be like coming from this warehouse.
Okay.
And then you have like fulfilled by Amazon, which is coming from those huge Amazon warehouses.
So basically that would be you ship them all the products, they handle it, pack it, and then deliver it.
And if it's coming from Amazon, it's Amazon Prime, you know, eligible. Right. So, you know, I think when we initially got into Amazon, it wasn't as much of like, we really got to make more money. It wasn't, I don't think we have ever really approached anything like that. Right. It was more of shipping cost for like our more remote customers.
Sure.
You know, so customers that maybe live off the grid a little bit, but they still take care of their car. You know, if they order from us from the website, it's like $30 to ship to your house. And it's like, well, I'm not going to spend double the amount of shipping for the product, right? So you can order through Amazon, you get free 2-day shipping.
Yep.
And so that was really like accessibility was like our strategy when it came to Amazon. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is like getting out of hand because
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So we kind of initially it was like here's a select few of things that like people use a lot, like detail spray, car shampoo, whatever. And now it's like it's very much expanded. Like our SKU list on Amazon has expanded a lot, you know. So this aisle is like dedicated to that only. So you can kind of see like a little bit just right past these red crates. It's like they're starting to palletize boxes of our product, and then once it gets to a certain load level, then they go stage it, and then an Amazon truck will come pick up 30 pallets and be gone. You know?
Insane.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the logistics business of seeing where Adam started till now. I mean, of course, huge expanse in just the amount of people here, but it's really crazy to see this business really just blow up like this, and then realize, like, I know we get frustrated in, you know, the detailing community. For me, I'm like, I just ran out of product. I need it now. And having that you can get it on Amazon, you know, maybe even within a couple of hours at your doorstep is essential. So I know a lot of the viewers actually purchase quite a few detailing supplies. I leave links from all my videos on Amazon because they don't necessarily want to go to, you know, 3 or 4 different websites, order all the products that I'm recommending. So yeah, it's really cool.
Customer experience is like a huge deal, probably for you.
Yep.
Same with us. You know, it's like, listen, there's like disappointment across the board every week that you have to deal with.
Sure, of course.
You call into your cell phone company because you have an issue, you're going to be on hold for an hour for sure. You know, it's like for all of those disappointments you have to go through, sitting in traffic, getting your order wrong at a fast food restaurant, we want to be a breath of fresh air. So, you know, the customer experience for us is very like top of mind all the time.
Yep.
And that's, again, like a strategy. You know, I think like this is a great example, like Advanced Auto Parts and AutoZone and Walmart. Like we just in the last year started going into brick and mortar like that. And I think when we initially went in, we got a little bit of like kickback from our customers, like, oh, you sold out, this and that. And it was like, listen, these companies approached us because they saw a shift in the car care market. You know, premium car care is high demand right now, and for them, they have to shift because they have to stay relevant.
Of course.
And so they approached us, and it was like, oh, wow, this is a cool opportunity. So, you know, let's make our top SKUs that sell the most, that people use the most, available all the time.
Well, and it's very helpful because, you know, my impression, you walk into a Walmart in Advanced Auto Parts, and not to like kind of crap on your competition, but there's a lot of junk out there. And I think that's really within the detailing industry. So like if I'm on the road, say I'm on a road trip, like something spilled in my car, I need to go grab some interior cleaner or just something there, you just go straight to Adams. You can, purchase it now at Walmart, Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone. Like that is just a convenience thing that is really nice to have.
Well, I kind of compare it to like the beer market.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not like promoting drinking, but like I would consider Adams Polish as like the craft beer of the car care industry. It's like, and that's like a lot of the other products on the market. Like a lot of them are great. Like we don't have any ill will towards our competition. I think our perspective is like, as long as we're helping people get their cars clean and like raise their standard, we don't care what product you use.
Cool.
But for us, it's like, yeah, you get to these places and it's like the wall of confusion. It's like, oh, man, I don't know. But if we can be a resource both at brick and mortar, but also like have some education on YouTube and online.
Yep.
I think we're trying to like help the customer versus just be like, please buy our stuff,
I think that's always a thing for me, Joe, that's been frustrating is like I get a new product and a lot of these are from very niche companies and they don't really describe exactly how to use it. And what I've been learning, through doing YouTube and helping a lot of, my customers and viewers with products, it's like, you really need to help people understand not only how to use a product, but then diagnose issues and troubleshoot things that they're having issues with, especially on ceramic coatings.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, and I think for me, it's like if I handed this to you, I'm like, here, what's the first thing you would say?
I would probably flip this over and start reading it and how you apply it.
And if I was standing here, the first thing you say is, how do I use this?
Yep, exactly.
Well, you know what? We already have a video for that.
Exactly.
I think that's like, we're trying to think, when we develop products, when we develop customer experience, we really start from the end. Okay. And then like we work our way back to where we are at present time. So it's like, okay, if a customer lands on our product page, what are the things that they're going to want to know? And let's like start creating a plan to back to where we are. Okay, so now we know we need to have multiple product photos. We need to have a short description. Mm-hmm. We need to have bullet points. We need to have a bigger description. And then let's put an educational video there. And then let's like have reviews so you get like honest feedback from your customers. So it's like we want to try to think of everything from the end all the way back to like where we are today,
I mean, that's something I don't really take into consideration because I'm kind of the end user. And I'll be honest, my viewers know this. I'm very harsh on products. Like if I test something and it's not working in the way I want it to or intended it to work, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to throw that one aside. And I make videos on that. And I've been critical, even on quite a few of Adam's products as well and every other company in between. I think the cool thing that I do on my channel is I grab a product from every single company that I find that I love. Like your guys' waterless wash to me is the best one on the market. I use it every single day on every single car. And now I'm starting to come back and play with detail spray. You and I had this long chat about detail spray. And I told Joe, I was like, I haven't used this in 10 to 12 years since I really started detailing. Yeah. So it's cool to come back and like start to play with new products. And honestly, YouTube has given me a wider experience of, okay, let's purchase this specifically to test for a video, put them head to head against stuff. So you guys will see a lot more of that. Anything else you want to show us here in the warehouse here, Joe?
Yeah, I could show you one more thing. But I did want to just say, like as a business, Adams Polishes, we're very appreciative of people like you that are putting our products up to the test, being critical. And, for us, we do not spend a dime on influencer marketing. We don't give anybody any money. We just feel like it's not honest. Because I think when you start paying people to talk about your product, there's somewhat of a they feel obligated that they have to give it a good review. You know?
And that's one thing we do not do on this channel. Like I'm all for companies sending me products to test out, but I'm going to give my honest feedback.
Yeah. And I mean, it really, listen, if it costs a product cost and you give us some R&D feedback, that's good for us.
Exactly. And I think a lot of companies, like I know Adams has been like this, working with B&B Blending. It's, I've talked to Nate over there. He gives me some prototype products, if you will. Cybertruck, for one, was one we were starting to develop a little bit. Yeah. and I was giving him feedback. I think it's cool that you guys do actually listen and often, I guess, reformulate quite a few SKUs.
Yeah, just try to update. And I mean, in like chemistry alone, there's a lot of new advancements.
Huge.
You know, like the reduced graphene oxide is a great example. It's like, if that's going to help our coating last longer and perform better, like why would we not do it? You know, and so I think a big piece to that, like getting feedback from people like you. We've had other YouTube channels do some honest reviews, like Project Farm did one recently. Pan the Organizer is really good.
Great. Yeah, I love that.
So we don't really like have a direct like, you know, I'm not trying to over explain anything to anybody. It's just like, here's some products, tell us what you think. And it's just been a really cool experience working with people like that, you know. And I think for us too, we have no anxiety sending products to people because we really truly believe in it, you know. And B&B Blending is, you know, they're very much a leader in the car care space of developing products. Like, you know, we're their biggest customer, but they white label products for a lot of different businesses that I legally cannot talk about. Yeah,
exactly. The amount of brands, like that's one thing with the tour that I was talking with Nate about. He's like, a lot of this can't be shown, but the amount of companies that go through B&B Blending is staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, but the cool thing is you can get things specifically tailored. Like I could start my own detailing line through B&B Blending and kind of go like as crazy as you want to. That's not a whole side business that I need to add a third job right now. Maybe eventually, I don't know. But tell me a little bit, this area up here, what is this up here?
So this is our marketing office. It's a little bit messy right now, which it usually is, because this is like the creative space sort of. So this pod on this side is for Amazon marketing alone. So like they're always updating listings, updating products, optimizing everything, you know, running ads to get the word out type of thing. So Amazon alone on these 4 computers, then you jump over to the next pod and that's same thing. You have a lot of like marketing planning, sales planning, and that's for direct to consumer. So our website, other things, and then all the stuff on the back, which I'm a part of over there. You can see my son's drawings, but
they're awesome over there.
But, that's media. So, you know, like I said, like we have our own in-house media team. So we have 2 photographers, a graphic designer and creative director, and then I do the education, but mainly video. And then I have like my right-hand person, Chris, who's shooting and editing video, and it's like every week. So
that's wild. I mean, you guys produce quite a few videos for YouTube every single week, right?
Yeah, and we do a live video every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Generally, it's like like I was saying, like problem solution. It's just like a topic rather than a product. It is like how to clean your engine, you know. And so every Wednesday we do something for that. And I mean, it ranges from, you know, proper washing techniques to how to wash your car in the winter, because we try to not miss a Wednesday. So we're doing it like in January, February.
When it's a blizzard outside and awesome. Yeah. That's great.
So detailing's year round for us. So we try to, we try to keep it, we try to make it as like those. I think my favorite part about that is not only can you see like the process happening like live in person, not in person, but live when it's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get the live chat happening. So you get a lot of like questions where I'm like directly talking to people. And I've even like made, you know, I guess you could call it like digital friends with detailers in the Philippines. This guy, Anton, he's in the Philippines. He wakes up at 4:30 every morning and he starts watching at 5 a.m. Wow. You know, and then some other guys, Crystal Cars, they're a detailing company in the UK. So it's like become somewhat worldwide. Not like, it's not huge, but you know, we'll get from like 150 to 200 people watching like during that time, you know. So
that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I just think, you know, for a lot of people, for me as a content creator here on YouTube now, the more information you can give to customers, you know, end users, even other detailers, because realistically, Joe, I started learning all of my detailing stuff off YouTube.
Yeah.
And now it's very weird to take all of my knowledge I've learned over the past 10 years and then give it back essentially. It's really cool to see, and it's been awesome to see you as well learn all the detailing nerdiness that, I mean, I come down here with Joe and just talk his ear off for hours, and he's like, get out of here, please.
No,
one of those deals.
I love it.
So yeah, this is just so neat up here. Thanks for showing us all this.
Yeah, and this is kind of like, once you get to back over here, you can get a nice bird's eye view where we started, which is right down in the retail space.
Cool.
So it's kind of cool, you know, like when it gets busy, we can come up here and spy on people and make sure they're getting the right thing. But yeah, I mean, it's Adams Polishes. Like, I've been able to grow with the company, you know, and it's wild to really think about. Like, it's kind of become its own thing. And you know, obviously, like, Adam is the guy, his name's on it, and like, I've learned everything from Adam, and he has so many years of detailing experience. Like, he started when he was 9 years old, you know, gosh, it had to have been the 80s,
right?
And he started doing bikes, and then it, like, by the time he was in high school, he had a full-blown detailing business that, you know, he had employees. He was like the Zach Morris with the brick phone in high school, like, getting calls from his detailers being like, hey, can you open the credit card so we can buy more stuff, you know? So
that's insane. And
then he detailed his way, funded his education in college at University of Southern California. And then, you know, I think just naturally, just like a natural progression for him was to start mixing products. And then that's when it really became like, oh, I think I could probably sell this to like the everyday guy, and I'll just tell them everything I know. And it's the same model from when he started doing that in 2000 to now. And, you know, in 2000, he did a very unique thing, which, this is one of the coolest things about Adam, I think, is he started creating educational DVDs back when people
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, back when people actually had DVD players. And every new order that he would get through website or like at the flea market, he would put that DVD in their thing.
Way.
So it would give them, like, from starting with cleaning your wheels and tires, cleaning your engine, exhaust tips, washing, all the way to the end was on this DVD. And
so cool.
He did that every year up until like when YouTube finally got big, and when I kind of started here. That was actually the first thing I did with Adam was filmed, edited, and authored a DVD for for Adams Polishes.
Wow.
And then I really pushed him, like, we should start posting to YouTube, you know, but he was kind of like the first person to do like detailing videos. Like, he was the first person to really get going. Granted, there were other people like Larry Casilla is a great example. Like, he did it in such different way that, like, exploded. And he's amazing. Like, I love watching
Larry's the man.
Yeah.
I love watching Larry's stuff.
Yeah.
Still keep, you know, every single video he posts, I still watch it. I mean, the cool thing for me with detailing is you never stop learning in this business and industry. I mean, I'm still sitting up here just looking at this is just an insane view of starting basically cleaning up bicycles to now being a multi-million-dollar company is pretty incredible. And just, you know, even watching you come through kind of the ranks, if you will, at Adams. I mean, it's awesome to have this literally in my backyard. It's 45 minutes up here from the shop, and yeah, you guys have always been awesome to me. So
well, we really love you. So you're welcome here anytime. Like, yeah, we love it. So.
Well, we definitely got to do some more videos because there's, you know, Joe's been teaching me a lot about the product line here because honestly, I used Adams for a long time, and then I started getting into, you know, I would say what a typical professional detailer does and tries to source the highest end this and that. And then I've started to come back down because of my YouTube following and go, okay, I need to have products that are, one, readily available for customers, and two, work without a huge headache to actually use them. And honestly, if anybody asks me like, hey, I need a glass cleaner, I'll just go down to Adams and get that, or just order it from Adams. Like, it's become that because you guys don't miss all the time, if you know what I mean. It's just, they're very good products that work really well, but they're very easy to use. So it's been impressive to see that.
We miss sometimes. And we actually, I mean, you know, I think that's part of the, like, Mamba mentality. It's like, you have to miss to get it right the next time, you know? So, like, it doesn't bother us if a product doesn't hit or if it doesn't work well. I mean, we fight with stuff too. It's not that big of a deal. And I think for us, it's just always a learning experience. Like, our motto here is like, get 1% better every time, you know, and if we can do that, it compounds into something that's not only a great experience for customers, but you know, as a business, it can help us grow as well, you know, so.
Totally agree. I mean, it's just, you know, I get the comment all the time. Cybertruck's been a real new one for me, and every single week I feel like my recommendations are changing the way I do things, and I think it's frustrating for a lot of people, but realize like we're still learning at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, Adams this month is going to be different from Adams in 6 months and a year, and new products and new faces and whatever it may be. I just really appreciate your time for taking us through this, because I think it's cool for viewers to see, you know, a little bit of the inner workings. I mean, this is just touching the tip of the iceberg, quite literally. So thanks so much, Joe.
Dude,
really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in another out of spec detailing video very, very soon. Bye-bye.